Right, let's see. We should be live on Facebook. Hello Facebook, and we should be live on YouTube. So, excuse me. My apologies. Okay, so hopefully we're live on Facebook, live on YouTube, not on Zoom anymore because that was giving us lagging problems. And in a moment we will start exercising. I'm just going to explain what I'm going to try and do today. I had a little idea, so I'm just going to grab my timer. You can see it's about to turn itself off. That's the timer we'll use. Right, what I'm going to do today is what I'm going to call a lift exercise routine, or if you're watching this from America, an elevator. In other words, what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to work up the body and then down the body and then up the body and down the body. What I think the advantage will be is if I get this right and I do it in maybe 10-minute sections, and this is completely untried, so no idea at all whether it works. What it means is there'll be nice breaks where if you're finding like, okay, I've done enough, you can just stop at, so when we start at the bottom, we get to the top, oh, okay, if you want to stop, you can. I want to do another section, okay, we'll work down the body, we'll want to do another section. That's the plan. Whether it'll work or not, who knows, because I've never actually done it like that, and I've got to sort of think on my feet as to exercises we can do. So let's start with some toe and heel raises, and I'm going to just turn the heater off because that will cause background noise, and we don't want too much background noise. I know there is background noise, and I will try and do something about that in due course, but that's a thing for another day. Roll the foot side to side. As I've said before with these exercises, it's perfectly okay to allow movement to go through the body. We're not trying to isolate the foot particularly in these exercises. Quite happy for the ankle and the knee and the hip and all of it to go wiggle woggle, which is a technical exercise term. Not really. Change to the other foot, toe up and down, well, toe up, heel up, and again there's forwards and backwards motion here, all nice and easy. I hope you're going to have a lovely day today, or you're having a lovely day today, or side to side. It's very complicated because when you're streaming live and recording, you kind of know that people are going to be watching it today. My stats tell me that people watch it today, but also my stats tell, well, not my stats, 5'6". You know what I mean. The video stats show that people watch them, days, months, years later. So whatever you're doing, well done. Okay, let's just do arm and leg raises. So as I say, what I'm trying to do is come up the body, go down the body, and up the body, down the body, until I get so confused and go to opposite arm and leg. I've got a busy day today, lots of Tai Chi, some swimming later. I can't think what else I've got to do today. Something on the computer, something, workish. same side, double lift. In case you wonder why I don't sort of include the Tai Chi that I teach in what I mean when I say workish, it's because I enjoy the exercise, I enjoy the Tai Chi, I enjoy the physical element so much, it's not really work. Opposite, arm and leg doubles. Circle the hips, nice big circles. Sorry, excuse me. Itchy nose. Trying to relax the legs so that the circles are free flowing. Not always easy to do, change direction. Breathing in and out through the nose if you can. Nose is best, mouth is okay, ears would be very strange. And any other part of the body we won't talk about breathing through. So that's highly unlikely. Other direction, slightly bigger circles if you can. Direction, slightly bigger circles. I know I've discussed this before, but this might be your first video of mine. I find when I'm doing the slightly bigger circles, it helps me if I go slightly faster, but you may find that you actually get a bigger circle by going slowly, whatever works for you. Circle the shoulders. I'm going to relax the legs, let the knees bend, sit back ever so slightly, rotate the shoulders round. Not going particularly fast, just trying to get a full range of motion. In fact, you may have even noticed, as I said, not going particularly fast, I slowed it down a bit because it occurred to me I was probably going faster than was optimal. Forgetting that range of motion, change direction. And gently circle your arms forwards. When I say gently, that's not referring to the speed at which you do it. It's referring to the fact that you want as little tension in the arms as possible. That's or little tension in the body as possible. Change direction. gently let the head drop side to side, or if you prefer, think about it as raising the ear up towards the ceiling, if you see what I mean. Head up and down, forwards, forwards, and chin up, and then sort of chin tucked in, legs relaxed, knees bent. Head all the way around to one side, then to the other. Head in a U shape. Okay, we've gone up the body, let's go down the body. Palms up, small circles forwards. Still keeping the legs relaxed, knees bent, sitting backwards ever so slightly. Small circles forwards. Doesn't have to be fast. This is a sort of a medium speed. Change direction. Now currently I hope you are too, taking the hands in small circles. When it dings, I'm going to switch to taking the shoulders in small circles, but leaving the arms out to the sides. So the arms stay out, and then you use the shoulders to make the circles. So it's like the exercise we were doing a few minutes ago, except that now you've kind of got the weight of the arms out to the side rather than the arms just drop down, which obviously intensifies the amount of work. I'm sure if you know your physics, which I don't, you can figure it out for me and let me know. Change direction, I think I didn't hear the ding, so there should have been a change of direction, but never mind. So it's the shoulders doing the work. And relax, and let the legs relax a little bit more, let the waist turn, let the arms float around the body. Couldn't say the word arms. That's strange even for me. Keep going. Nice and relaxed. feet in slightly, let the legs do most of the work. I suppose technically this has taken us down to the legs, and the next exercises that I'm going to do are going to be back in the centre. So it's one of those times where you're in a lift or an elevator and somebody pushes the wrong button. There we go, let's think about it like that. I did say though right at the bottom that this was completely unplanned, and the idea of going up and down the body might oh, what's the old quote? The best laid plans of mice and men gang awry. I apologise to anybody from Scotland for probably misquoting Robert Burns, but there you go. Feet slightly wider, gently tilt side to side. Keep going side to side. I'll sometimes do 30 seconds of side to side, followed by 30 seconds of forwards and backwards, and repeat that twice. But this time I'm going to do a minute of side to side, followed by a minute forwards and backwards. In 8 seconds, when we get to the forwards and backwards bit, I'm going to bring my feet in slightly because I can stretch like that, but if you prefer to keep your feet where they are, that's okay too. So you'll see that I'm not super flexible, but I can get my hands down to the ground in a fairly relaxed manner. I'm not really stretching particularly, I'm just letting my body do what it wants to do. Carry on. In 20 odd seconds I'm going to switch to rotations of the upper body, which I still consider a waist exercise or a middle exercise, and for that I am going to take my feet slightly wider to give me a better base. Taking my feet wider, circling my upper body. Every time the bell rings, I will change direction. No rush, nice and gentle. Change direction. Leaning forwards, leaning backwards, turning. Nice and gentle. Change direction. Change direction. Relax, straighten up, bring the foot in, circle the knee. By the way, I think initially I said 10-minute sections. I kind of lied, I'll explain why in a moment. Right, other direction with the knee. I'm lying slightly because I think each time there's a ding or a dong from the timer, I think we lose a second, so it's slightly longer than, or maybe it's every time it dongs with it. Whatever, it's slightly more than 10 minutes. I don't want you baking a cake, change to the other leg, circle the knee. I don't want you baking a cake or timing the takeoff of the next intergalactic mission based on my timer. If you are organising intergalactic missions, please let me know. I'm definitely up for a space trip. I just can't afford the money, change direction that the current band of entrepreneurs who are shooting people up in rockets are charging. That must be fun, mustn't it? I mean, probably a wee bit scary, but with William Shatner going up, is it very imminently? I'm not sure. 90 years old going to the edge of space, that's pretty cool. Okay, so that's the second one complete. So, knee up and out, and we can add the arm in, which I know, again, kind of breaks the idea of this lift or elevator, but it is just a guideline that I set myself this morning. It's not meant to be anything written in stone. Up to the side and in. So if you've stopped, that's fine. If you're having a rest, that's fine. If you're still with me, that's fine too. Now, kind of going up the body again. Change sides, up and out. Out to the side and in. Relaxed. Feet hip width, shoulder width. Done this exercise before, but we're going to do another minute of it. So we only did a minute of it, and I like this exercise. And again, I acknowledge that although we should be kind of working the waist by now, this is predominantly a leg exercise. I must admit, sort of auditing my body, as it were, I do feel that there's a lot going on around the middle. Possibly that's just the vibration, as it were, from the legs. Or maybe it's, I don't know, maybe it's, for all I know, it could be little hamsters running around inside me. yes, I did do anatomy and physiology modules, and we change, and now we do bring the waist in and we pulse first one leg and the other, and the arms go diagonally, the arms are relaxed as possible. And I was about to say before the bell went ding that I did do an anatomy and physiology module when I did my degree about, when did I do my degree? 15 years ago? Something like that. A wee while ago. So, keep going. Crossing the arms in front. I tend to go first one hand in front, then the other, but it's up to you. Just from the side. And you can see I'm also pulsing the legs up and down gently, other direction with the arms. Taking a slightly wider stance, using the hips to kind of signal direction, or the hips to pull the arms from side to side, if you like to think of it like that. Change direction. Again, in case you're new to my exercise channel or my exercise videos, these are exercises that prepare you for Tai Chi, swimming, running, jumping, pretty much anything that's actually not running and jump out, anything that's not too high impact. Take the head in a U shape, nice and slow. Jut the head forwards, pull the chin in. Just do a couple from the side. Going to take the head from side to side whilst keeping it upright. Trying to minimize the movement in my body for this exercise, just trying to work the neck muscles. I find this exercise very difficult. You may find it very difficult, you may find it difficult, you may find it easy. You may find it easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Taking the chin down towards the chest, rotating the head side to side whilst fundamentally looking down. Knees relaxed, legs bent, or legs bent, knees relaxed. if I'm right, we have 2 more minutes of this particular session, but I'm going to change what we're doing to this exercise, which is very relaxed, very gentle. So my hands coming up and then turning out, coming up facing me, turning out, coming up facing me, turning out, up, out. The important thing is that I'm doing alternate stepping whilst I'm doing this, so leg and arm on the same side, step forward, at the point at which the arm reaches its sort of maximum out position. That's the same point in time where your foot has stepped forward and that's reached its maximum position. So there is a coordination between leg movement and arm movement. One of the principles of Tai Chi is when one part of the body moves, the whole body moves. When one part stops, the whole stops. And this exercise is trying to get the body moving as one integrated unit. Okay, so that's the third section done. Let's go back to shoulder rotations. Part of my brain is thinking, oh, people will get bored, or you might be bored, if we do the same exercises over and over. But another part of my brain is going, well, you know, actually, change direction. To repeat an exercise that's a useful exercise, which shoulder rotations to increase or maintain the mobility of the shoulders definitely are, you can't really, well, I mean, you can do too much of any exercise, but you know what I mean. You can't do too much in a exercise session where you do a couple of minutes or you do a couple more minutes. That's all good. But we will ring the changes. Now try and do opposite shoulder rolls. So one shoulder is going forwards and the other shoulder is going backwards. And I do acknowledge that you may find this difficult. If you find it impossibly difficult, just take the shoulders around in one direction. If you find it doably difficult, just persevere. It's like any exercise, you'll get better at it the more you do. Change the directions. I was talking to a class about this exercise yesterday as it happened, and I was saying, and I'm adding to it, there are some exercises that I've done for so long that I no longer really know how you do them. My body just does it. And let's see, let's go down to the chest area and let's bend, well, let's keep the legs slightly bent. Now, I'm not doing the big sideways movements that we were doing before. What I'm trying to do is kind of bend my upper body from about the point where you can see my hands. So it's kind of like my upper spine is being mobilized, not so much the lower part of the spine. I also, when I do this exercise, tend to raise my shoulder. It's obviously shoulder raises are a separate exercise, but it also seems to help me bend that upper part of the spine. come forward with the hands and bend the upper spine forwards, back, bend it back. As well as trying to mobilise the upper spine, we're moving the arms, we're moving the shoulder blades, we're also nodding the head up and down. So once again, we're also working the neck. I don't think I have as much flexibility in my upper spine as perhaps I had 20 years ago, but the more you exercise within reason, the more you exercise, the more you maintain whatever you've got. So maybe in another 20 years, I will be just as flexible. Okay, take the feet out slightly wider, circle the waist. So this is 1 1/4, 1.5 times shoulder width. When the bell rings, I'm going to increase the distance slightly as well as changing direction. Here, the circles are quite gentle because my legs are now stretched out. I'm bending at the knees ever so slightly because otherwise this exercise would be much more difficult. Also, because I've got slippy shoes on a slippy floor, I'm being careful that I don't suddenly go up the middle. That would be amusing. It would certainly increase the number of people that watch my videos. I'm actually going to have to bring the feet in slightly to change the other direction, and then I'm going to let them drift out. If you're on a non-slippy floor, you find your own sort of maximum distance apart that is comfortable, where you can still circle. This is working muscles in the underside of the leg, it's working muscles in what in Western terms would be the inguinal crease, I guess, around there. Change direction. Again, I'm having to modify my stance. No, I haven't got a yoga mat in here. I'll bring a mat in or change shoes or something for tomorrow. So maybe we can go, or whenever I revisit this exercise. I'm doing very small circles with my feet are sliding out. I'm actually just going to let my feet slide out for a moment, and then I'm going to straighten up. I just wanted to see how far they would go of their own accord. Okay, I'm going to do diagonal leg and arm raises. So again, I totally acknowledge by bringing the arms into this, we're not working down the body, going to opposite arm and leg, but predominantly, let's say the bigger muscles are in the leg, so we will consider it predominantly going down the body. The important thing with this is that we're now taking the legs diagonally across the body. If you want to gently pull in on tummy muscles, that's good too. Double lifts, same side, arm and leg. Opposite sides, double lifts. Okay, we're going to do a whole body breathing exercise now. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. You breathe in, the palms face down. The hands can come as high as eye height if you like. Breathe out, the hands go down. They can go down until they are parallel with the thighs. Breathe in, the palms are facing up. Breathe out, the palms are facing towards you. Breathe at their own personal, comfortable rate. In and out through the nose. Ignore the timer, we'll just do one more of these. And one more of the other one. So it's like a set of two. And relax and shake yourself off. I'm just going to turn the timer off. Okay, just give yourself a little shake out. You can figure out for yourself if there's any tension in the body, and if you want to acknowledge that tension and work a couple of extra exercises, by all means do so. Yeah, it's my gift to you. No, I mean, you know, obviously your body, you look after it as you must. If you did stay for the whole thing, that was a 40-minute workout, nothing overly extreme, but hopefully enjoyable, hopefully get the body kind of a bit limbered up for whatever the day may hold. So I would just like to say thank you very much and hope to see you again soon. Bye.